up, everybody? It's podcast time again. SGL, whatever this thing is called. I don't know what's happening right now. Whoa, what? We gotta look over here. It's a new face to the stream. Who are you?
I'm Luis. No, I'm not Luis. I'm not Luis. I wish I was
Oh.
Luis sometimes, but especially on the Rocket League field, I wish I was Luis. But no, it's me. It's Rydog. I'm here.
That's awesome, dude. Super awesome to have you in here. Yeah, as you can see on your screen, Luis is off cam. Yeah, he decided that he hates being on camera nowadays. We've had a fun bit for him, but he'll be back again some other day. But we're glad to have more guests come into the podcast. It's not meant to be just an admin showdown the entire time. And we get Rydog, who is famously in probably one of the best series that we've had this past week, even though he unfortunately was on the bad end of that. But no, super good to have you. How are things going?
Oh, things are good, man. It's the end of busy season, as you know, Mr. Debit. It's also my birthday week, so
Hey!
we're turning boomer status in a few days. But no, it's a beautiful day. I don't know what the weather's like where you guys are. It's like almost 80 degrees and just straight sunny. So yeah, we're starting off the week really strong, and thanks for having me on the podcast. I'm excited. Let's do this.
Wait, what is boomer status? What's the number there?
I'll be turning 26. I'll be turning 26.
Oh my goodness, yeah, you're canceled, buddy.
Coming to my age group, bro. That's crazy.
It is what it is.
That's how it is. But yeah, Luis, you're off cam. But dude, how are things going for you so far?
Yeah, doing all right. Just got like really bad allergies right now, but yeah, we're here. We're chilling. So
It's time for Flonase season.
no, my allergies is just so shit. I mean, I'll be honest, it's just so bad. But we're here. We're here. We're talking SGL, so glad to be here.
Exactly. Well, we got some stuff to attend to. I know we're just at about the halfway point, or at least for the championship side, direct halfway point. One more week for the premier side, but welcome all. Welcome in. Good to see you all. Good to see you, Arglass. Way to join in like frame one to the stream. I see a commentary and producer are in the chat so far, so for all you coming in, thank you for joining us. We're going to be talking week 5 here very momentarily. I think we're just building up to that right now. This past week, definitely, it didn't have the same vibes as week 4. Would you guys concur?
I mean, it's going to be hard to top that week 4 no matter what, right? I mean, that was just a crazy, one of the best weeks probably ever in SGL history. And I've only been here this is my 3rd season, right? Like, am I crazy for saying that?
No, I think it's pretty spot on. I mean, last week we had just so many game 5s, right? So it's gonna be hard to top a week with, just so many games that go right down to the wire. So that's not to say that we didn't have any good games this week as well. So I think actually the weeks have been getting progressively better in terms of gameplay. So that's been one positive I think of this week, even though it's not gonna match what we did in game week number 4. So yeah, still some really interesting games we can talk about from this week.
Yeah, just looking down the line, El Matador taking care of business just like 4 of these teams we see on the graphic over here. The locals have the right to send the Rebellion back to 7th place in the power rankings. And I think within the table itself, we'll see how that wraps up there. Steel Army take care of business, 3 over Axe and Rose. EM Big Dogs falling back down to earth, getting swept by EC Defiance. Black and Gold Old Timers had a weird game 1 against Los Verdes, but ended up they looked super strong out there. Christian the Plumber still owning the league no matter where he goes right now. And yeah, Rydog, it's time to talk about KC versus Timber's Army, because it wasn't as we planned, but it just so happens that you were literally right around and you had the best series of the week.
Yeah. No, it was a great series. I mean, game 5, obviously, 2 of the best teams in SGL going at it. I said, if you haven't had a chance to watch the VOD, definitely do that. It was a back and forth series. I think every single game was a 1-goal game too, so it wasn't just like a 6-0 1 win and 7-0. Like they were all incredible games. So definitely go check that out. Yeah, I said it after the stream in the interview that I think that 60% of the result came from us, Timbers Army, just not playing up to our standard, just a few double commits and just over committing on the offensive end, like looking like season 7 G2, just glass cannon, or was it season 8 G2 glass cannon offense. And it's obviously credit to KC, who just capitalized on the opportunities, right? When we overcommitted or whatever on the offensive end, you have 3 talented players who would just catch the ball off the backboard, off of a missed play or whatever, and just dribble the ball into the net. So, like I said, 60% on TA, 40% credit to KC Cauldron there. And I think, that one goes 7 if we do a best of 7. And I think if those two teams play again and again, those are I'll say it. If we do our power, we might be able to do our power rankings a little bit later, but they are my 1 and 2 teams in SGL right now, bias aside, hopefully.
That's completely fair over there. That was just such a tightly contested series. I think that might have been the best we've ever seen Thorin Gold, just out of the time that I've seen him play. I think he might have hit every 50 in the correct way that you possibly could have. It didn't feel like it was just like a solo effort from like Zach Smitty over there. Like, I don't know, just speaking as an outsider, Luis, I'm going to toss it back to you real quick. Thoughts on KC versus Timbers Army?
Yeah, with obviously the only series this week that went 5. I think, man, so many sweeps on the board there. Don't like to see that from a commentator or caster point of view, or a podcaster point of view, which kind of, we kind of like to see those longer series just for storylines. But yeah, for the KC TA series, that KC team is really interesting because if Smitty or Zach question mark, if he's on, he's like just such a different. He adds just such a different level to that team, right? Like we were talking in VC a couple nights ago, but I feel like Smitty has like such a low floor, but like such a high ceiling, and so you'll see him like whiff the easiest ball and then like hit a ridiculous like double tap or just like some really good touches. So I thought in that series, I thought Smitty was just really, really good, and yeah, just kind of unlocks the rest of the team. I know Serrano said he didn't play good in that series, but we kind of give Serrano shit every series because I feel like he says that about every series. So yeah, overall, obviously great win for KC. We've seen TA play way better in previous weeks, and so like they'll bounce back, and yeah, I think I wouldn't go 60-40 like Rydog said, but I think it was a pretty even series back both ways, and 1 or 2 bounces either way could have saw the series go to TA. So yeah, I'd say it's pretty much a toss-up if it goes 7 games, in my opinion. So I look forward to seeing like the rematch later on in the season between those 2 teams.
Well, I think too, really quick before we move on, to the defense from KC was just crazy. I think similarly to our week 1 match against locals, where you had Dr. Aquatic just have saves after save after save. Obviously, I was in comms in our series against KC, and there were multiple times where I'm like, oh, this ball's in the net. And it's not, because you have a KC guy come out of nowhere and hit the ball perfectly out of the net when the ball's 95% there. So, like I said, that's the credit to KC for sure. Like, they kept the ball out of the net. I think there was one, in game 5 that was just like, as time was ticking down, I think it might have been even 0 seconds as well. And I don't remember who got the touch. I think it was Serrano maybe at the very end who got that touch off the post to give them the win. Like, that's just insane. So, credit to KC's defense. They looked incredible.
And well deserved, as they are actually going to take that number 1 spot over in Premier momentarily as we take a little Cup week break. Looking back at any of their matchups, like I know we talk about it being a little bit less desirable of a week. Did you both get a chance to look at Black and Gold Old Timers versus Los Verdes by chance?
Oh yeah, that series was insane. Christian the Plumber is legitimately farming. Like, he's like putting up like, I don't know, like first killer rogue numbers. Like, this guy's like insane. And yeah, Debit, I'm sorry, that team's coming for the title, man. That team's coming for y'all's title that I thought before the season that y'all would have wrapped up. But yeah, they're balling.
You did call wraps, but honestly, I think we kind of just struck that literally are going to use their name, struck gold at the right time, getting them in week 1, maybe catching them off guard a bit, taking like a 3-1 series lead. But now I'm highly anticipating that reversal where they get to come over to our side and try a challenge for the title over there.
Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't get to watch those. I should probably go back and watch those. Championship's been exciting, David. Obviously, you're a little bit biased, but you can talk about it a little bit more since you're at the top of the table. They're pretty close to the top of the table. But yeah, I think both leagues have been very entertaining just in general. Obviously, we've had, week 4 last week for Premier was crazy, or I guess across the board was pretty crazy. But I think overall, I think we've seen an increase in like entertainment as hopefully. I know I am biased because I'm in the league and I'm talking on the podcast, but I really think the entertainment value's gone up for sure. Like if you just grab a casual Rocket League player or, somebody from like the Rocket League esports streams and bring them over and be like, hey, watch this, watch these 3 VODs and tell us what you think. They're gonna be like, wow, this is absolute cinema.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude. Biasly speaking for the championship here, I don't know what expectations I had going into the season. How it was gonna look. I knew playing that old Black Army team that had, a couple of, Christian's friends, like Kugo's friends, being back around. I'm like, all right, they're gonna be a tough team. I know that. I know EC Defiance been getting better. Los Verdes, their strongest 3, legit, are taking us to 5. I mean, maybe Stroker's probably like their best 3 over there, but. Also, like, I don't want to like knock down Triga here. That's definitely an integral piece to that Los Verdes team that probably needs to get talked about a slight bit more. But even then, yeah, the championship might be probably the best in entertainment value that I've seen so far. And it just absolutely shows week out that at this point we're probably going to see more results from teams like Axe and Rose are going to keep developing. I know that's like your little like underling team over there. Unfortunate result over here, but yeah, no, I know if the league stayed like this for next year, like if we had similar type of like style like teams like coming in and out, I'm pretty sure this just would get so much more even. And at that point, I don't know who I would predict to actually win that league at that point.
I feel bad for Axe and Rose, I'm gonna be honest, because they ran into a Steel Army team that coming off their first loss, so like there's a little bit of a motivation for you guys to play really high quality Rocket League, but because yeah, I think Axe and Rose the week before got their first point of the season, and so you even saw improvement in their gameplay. But I thought, yeah, just kind of unlucky for them to kind of run into you guys following, even though they lost the series in week 4, but just a better performance from them. So.
Well, and I know they want it bad, and I've said it on stream in interviews or whatever, but I'll say for the podcast as well. I have team members like messaging me on Discord. They want to do replay reviews. They want to do like the coaching aspect, and as much as I might not be the best person for that, it's nice that they're reaching out and they want to win. They want to try and get better, and so that's why I've ultimately compared them to prior seasons EC Defiance. Right, of those guys just stick together, right? You see them getting a big sweep over EM Big Dogs this week, but we've always talked about EC Defiance are at the bottom of the table, but they can turn up at any time. And now that they've played together for so long, now you start to see these results come from Defiance, right? And so that's what this Action Rose team is going to be. They might not, get a lot of points and a lot of wins this season, but they're going to stick together. And they're going to keep performing during the season and in the off season as well. And then they'll become that new Defiance where they pick up more, series wins in the next season. And then they're going to be competing hopefully for the championship title or that equivalent in future seasons. So might be slightly biased, but I'm excited for those guys.
Yeah, no, for real. And I hope the next time we play them, we get the full squad as well. I know we were really tough for time scheduling this time around, but may it work with whatever we had going on. Luckily, we managed to get all 4 of our guys on. I think we were only expecting 3 at the time, but I think our last ended up showing up at the same time, so we were able to rotate out a ton. I really hope I get to see all 4 of them back there next time. But yes, I think that just about does it for week number 5 over here. I know we've been talking a lot about the players that we've highlighted, either Serrano, Christian the Plumber. Looking back, also Birdnana having an incredible week. Meki Ducky getting it done with his teammates over here with Aquatic. I think we gotta take a quick peek at our top fives, because I know there's been a little bit of shakeup across this so far. And once you see like some names out there, I know I have my talking point on what I want to do because I'm incredibly biased toward my own team whenever it comes to this. But the championship is an interesting one. That's all I want to say.
Yeah, I mean, look at Christian the Plumber, man. Like, again, just putting up
He's on
incredible
every
numbers.
single one. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I mean, he's top in saves per game, which is probably the most, like, honestly, that's the most surprising stat out of all of them, because I already knew that he was like top of the points per game and all that stuff, but he's also top of saves per game. I mean, this guy's LeBron on the 06 Cavs, man. I mean, he's doing it all. Like, that's crazy numbers.
like even through it all, I'm gonna point out one thing in the championship as well. The fact that Black and Gold old timers have Christian the Plumber and Saikugo, like Saikugo bouncing out the goals aspect over here. I want to have a proud moment and say that all my teammates are on this top 5 graphic at one point. So we finally managed to get all 5 or all 4 of us up there. Red 4 might have had the series of his lifetime legit last week against Axton Rose. It caused him to get up in assists nowadays. So yeah, he's now up there with Bearwoods for assists per game. I'm pretty sure he had only like 1 goal on the season so far, and then he bumped it up to like 10 just within this series alone. So yeah, no, this is just incredibly awesome to see. And even just looking back across the Premier, Rydog, you guys are still holding really strong on these top 5s even through it all.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, right? Like, and it's still weird for me. I know I said it after week 1 of like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with these guys. I kind of just drive around and let, you know, Loyboy and Nelly do their thing. And so I think I'm still a little bit trying to figure out where I need to be. But yeah, it's nice to have, you know, somebody like Loyboy who can just, you know, kind of get you out of a jam if you need it. And of course, you've got slightly biased, but what season are we in? Season 9. So season 8's Defensive Player of the Year and Nelly. So it's nice to see that they're kind of killing it. It's weird to see Nelly just like on the offensive side of things. Like, I think, like I said, last season you probably were used to, you know, him being more the defensive rock on the TA team that made that deep playoff run. But seeing him score a lot of the goals, it's really good to see. Obviously, just from a gameplay perspective, he's one of my best friends in real life. So seeing him, you know, hearing him in comms and being excited about goals is obviously a good thing too. But yeah, I will say that I was on the assists last week. The total assists, I might be tied with Shorts with 11, or I might be at 10. Like, I'm right there. So like I'm not as cool as your team, Debit, and having all 3 players on there, but I'm like right there. So a little bit of something.
Yeah, no, incredible to see you guys, you know, run it up so much as it is. Actually, I didn't pay enough attention to seeing the Nelly being a defensive stalwart as he was. 27 saves and 27 goals, you know, balancing out like Jameis Winston, but in like the best way possible instead of interceptions this time around.
Yeah, so what he's averaging, yeah, let's see, 27 goals, 27 saves, and then like half assists. Like that's crazy. And then of course, yeah, you've got Loyboy who's 26, 20, and 29 saves, which is also crazy. So we have a bye, I think, this week. So things will start to level off a little bit as of like, well, obviously when we get halfway through the season, everybody will have at least 1 bye. So we'll have like everybody will be on the same amount of games ish, same amount of series for sure. So the per game stats might shift around a little bit more. Obviously our team won't move because we won't be playing any games, but Yeah, man, it's interesting to see, like, you have like even back down in the championship, right? You've got like what you were saying, Debit, of you guys like owning this, quote unquote, owning the scoreboard, right? Of having all of your guys on there. But it's cool to see like just like the other guys in there too. Like you have a always knows from EC Define sneaking in the top 5 for assists per game, right? Bird Nana total saves, right? Like Axe and Rose, Trevin with 32 say, like you see the inklings of like, oh, this guy's a defensive menace, right? Like and stuff like that. So I think that's cool to see too, right? Because we know, as obviously you guys more so SGL vets than me, but we know these players and what they're capable of. But now we start to see kind of these new names up here, and we get to see kind of link this to their gameplay, and you can just kind of see it, right? Like Trevin, I know just from watching them play, being Action Rose, like he's a defensive menace too, right? I feel like Bird Nana's been, we always call him the DP player on the TAM contract. So yeah, he's been performing pretty well. So it's cool to see the different names on some of those as well. So
Yeah, for
Yeah,
real, dude.
I was
Go
gonna
ahead.
say, shout out Thorngold, man. He's sitting there at 4 points per game. I think he's been the unsung hero of that KC team. Yeah, doesn't really get talked about as much. I think he should. So I just want to shout him out, man. He's playing in that dominance last series, so um, he has a very unconventional style of play, but it's like a really good play for SGL, and yeah, he's thriving so far. So shout out him.
Yeah, for real. I think I had my doubts about him last season, but yeah, he's definitely been just an insane starter for this team overall. Really getting it done on the back line. Take you out whenever you're just standing in the middle of the field. Don't you dare stay still. Yeah, looking back, that'll be our top 5 performers across this both these leagues here so far through match day number 5 over here, or as of going into here, into our cup week. Now, as we go forward, we do gotta take a quick look at tables, because we've got maybe a slight bit of shakeup, not incredibly different from what we see. It seems like the Premier is it's still split in like that top 4 or bottom 3 kind of area right now, and the championship is starting to deviate a bit more away from how like how tight knit and close it was this last week. So now looking at this week to week, I mean, I know like Timber's Army has one more game played, but even looking through, like, is this a good picture of the league that we're seeing so far? I'm really wondering how this one's gonna shake up, because I feel like nothing has been consistent for the Premier. At least that's where I want to start with this.
I mean, yeah, right. You've got the top 5 within 4 points of each other, which is crazy, right? Especially shout out locals, right, too, because they obviously played us in week 1 and truthfully kind of got stomped. And so since then they've obviously bounced back and are now included kind of in this top group per se, right? And then you can't count out the Rebellion too. They were the ones that beat us before KC, and that's a good team. And I've always said this about the Rebellion: when they are on, and they can beat any team in the league just like they beat us. And if they're cold, they're cold, and you can kind of stomp them. And I'll have to go back and watch that locals Rebellion series, but obviously just given the series scoreline being 3-0 in the locals' favor, you kind of tend to say like, oh, maybe locals got it, just stomped Rebellion. Maybe they got a cold Rebellion, and that's just what it is, right? So yeah, a lot of parity truthfully in both leagues, and I think that was the point, right, of splitting up the league this way. And this is like I said earlier, like higher entertainment value. You're seeing better gameplay, better games just in general, and you're not seeing like 15-0 stompings every single week, maybe that we've seen in the past. But now it's you have to show up every single day, every single game day, because every single point matters.
Yeah, I like to go back, I mean, the locals they've beaten. I'm trying to think of their wins now. I think it is against those bottom two teams, if memory serves. And so, while the points kind of reflect them creeping into that top four, I still think they have a little bit to prove to kind of get into that top four in terms of not only the standings but like maybe power rankings as well. It'll kind of interesting to see where you guys have them in y'all's power rankings, but yeah, I think the Premier. I mean, you mentioned it, man. Anybody can beat anybody on any given day, so it's just it's made for just a really fun experience for I mean, like you said, historically, I mean, there are just weeks where like you know like the result, and this week or this season, you can legitimately say you just don't know the results going into it. So yeah, and yeah, I guess the same goes for the championship as well to a certain degree. I mean, the parity is just, I don't know. I think we hit the nail on the head in terms of the team placements. I know going into the season that was like a big talking point of like where should certain teams fit, where shouldn't they fit. So I think we did a good job putting teams in the right spot.
Indeed, it was really tough with that last split for that 7 team between Premier and Championship. But I think it's worked out pretty well because seeing that the Championship is not dominated by one team might have been the factor that we were looking for this season, combined with EC Defiance leveling up the way that they did. This has really been quite the turnaround as far as like separating these leagues out. Yeah, last season there was a lot of predictability with having pretty much everybody within that realm in the way kind of like servers bounce around and whatnot. But seeing the way this league has grown, even within like its own teams kind of like branching out a bit, it's really just solid play overall. I really have not gone back on a VOD that I haven't gotten at least something out of so far. All right.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah,
man.
just looking at league tables real quick. All right, guys. You got it. It's power rankings time.
Uh-oh.
It's time to discuss. We got to do what we did last time, and I know we also had Palace give us power rankings this time. I think we're able to pull off something like that as well. But yeah, it's time to move on. It's time to go to the Premier. Get your papers, your dry erase boards out, your hot takes, all your yellings at me. Birdnana, you can't yell at me this week because I'm still highlighting you later on. But yeah, the receipt is in hand from Giant Eagle. We still have the rankings going week to week for me. Luis and Rydog, I hope you are prepared to go down the line because we got a couple of weeks to go through. And how we tend to start this off is usually it would be me because it was Premier and whatnot. And what are you guys feeling for this one? Do you want to go Rydog as guest, or do you want me to go since I'm out of this league?
We can let Rydog go first. Oh yeah, I'm down.
Oh, throwing him on the spot immediately. Are you ready to do this?
I am. Am I going 1 through 7 right now? Just
you can either go 1 through 7, or
we
starting
at
1.
Okay. All right. So going on the spot first. So I think I'm gonna put the bottom 2 teams where they are in the table. I think Eternal 7, Rebellion 6. I like Eternal too. That's the thing. I just haven't, like, on paper, to me, Eternal is a really, really good team. And I've played with all of those guys just in other leagues or just, in scrims or, whatever, in-house, whatever. And those guys are great. And so I'm hoping that they can just continue to improve and continue to put results together because I know they can do it. They just need to do it. Stupid statement, but they just need to do it. And I put this one was tough. 5 and 6 were tough. Luis, kind of going back to what you said earlier. So I have Rebellion at 6, and then I put Locals at 5. It's really like a 5A, 5B situation. I know obviously the Locals definitely swept the Rebellion this past week, and so I think that's why I give them the edge, just like the quote unquote recency bias, the head to head there for now. I just think to the mental like resilience of Locals to lose the way they did in week 1 to us and almost get perfect swept, to now kind of starting to put the pieces together a little bit. Luis, I know you said they've only really played the bottom teams there, but I think they can put it together, right? Like on paper, they've got the Duck. Dr. Aquatic saves have been absolutely insane. And of course, you've got the glue of Mr. Graphics himself, Doughboy. So I like locals there at 5. My top 4, this is where it gets a little interesting. I think I'm going to put ECRC in 4, and I'm going to put TA in 3, which might ruffle some feathers. No. I know, Luis, I know you'd be mad about that. I just think, yeah, the ECRC and Timbers Army series went 5. It was very, very close. And I think we play them again for the cup, which we'll talk about that a little bit later. I know that's a little bit different, like stylistic wise and stuff, but I think those two teams are really close. ECRC had to like kind of figure it out, and they're still trying to gel with Howling Moon in the lineup. So I think that's good. And then I go EM and KC. So KC 1, EM 2. As rounds out my list. I mean, KC Cauldron, they just looked really, really good. Obviously, we played them, and EM2, I mean, you guys took us to overtime twice. I think some of those bounces the other way too. I think you guys take that series, or at least goes to 5-2. So I think the top 3 are very, very close. Luis, I'm sure you have, a different variation of that top 3, but yeah, I think that the top 3 are very close, and then I think you have kind of the bottom 3 that are also very, very close. So might be a little bit of hot take, but that's my power ranking right now through week 5.
Devin, you can go next, or you want to comment on Rydog's list, or how do you want to go about it?
I guess comment into me, I guess, to keep the, like your side going last for your league. I can see KC at 1. I really can. But EM at 2 after that, this list is sounding a little bit like me in week 1 right now.
Maybe. I see. I might have like the I don't want to be biased. I don't know.
Like you're trying too hard with this one.
Maybe. And if it is, I'll own up to that. But I don't know. I just think those top 3 teams are really, really close. And I think if you put them all in in a best of 7 series, I think you pick 2 teams out of the top 3, any 2, they're going 7. At least 6, if not 7. So
yeah, I feel like we need a land to separate these teams out right now. Maybe online just ain't cutting it right now. But yeah, I'm going to go into my list, and whenever you hear the first and the last couple teams, you're probably going to be surprised by why I picked it in this order then. But we'll go bottom up. We'll go bottom up. So start at number 7. Oh my gosh. The 7-spot power ranking buff didn't work, but I need it to happen again. Rebellion, throw them in there. I need the buff back. I needed them to prove that this can work. I need that copium out here. So, and you'll probably imagine what my number 6 is going to be at this point. It's going to be EC Eternal. It's like stock holding, but like, it's like where's the technology that like drives us into the future? When's the ice cream machine going to get fixed over there and power us into overdrive here with this team? I learned a lot from Spanky's conversations, but just hasn't quite delivered yet. Maybe one of these days. Number 5, I gotta agree with, and 4, I'm gonna agree with Rydog here. I'm gonna put both locals and then ECRC up here. ECRC are just such a solid team. I don't think I can quite put them into breaking in that top 3. Like, I had them there before, but I don't know, it's gonna keep going back and forth with that team. And locals, honestly, they feel like they're a gatekeeper to 5th right now, the way they're playing. Just a super solid team, and I'm wondering if they could even take a few games off the top brass over upcoming here soon. Number 3, El Matador. I feel like I got nothing to say on this one. I feel like that's just the best spot I could put them after the Timbers Army KC matchup. Now, here's where you're probably going to yell at me. Because I have KC at 2 still. In Timbers Army.
Whoa. Okay. Okay, that is interesting.
And also
You gotta
you're probably
defend
like,
yourself here.
yeah, because you're like, man, you put the Rebellion at 7th, even though they're in 6th place, and they swept Timbers Army, and you're gonna put Timbers Army at number 1. Yeah, you might have to throw up the Stephen P. Smith stickers for that one. I feel like there's not a good explanation for why I feel this way. I feel like it's all based on vibes right now. KC, I feel like I'm so ready to put them number 1 at times, but I just can't quite do it. I feel like I just need to see like another week out of it.
Okay, so you're saying that they could be number 1 if whoever they're playing this week, they either just dominate or at least win. Then you'd put them at 1. Because TA
Yeah.
doesn't play this week. So they, I mean, theoretically wouldn't stay at 1.
Theoretically, but I also didn't power rank Eternal week 1 because they didn't even play, so I didn't even know what to base it off of.
I remember that podcast. That was a good podcast.
But yeah, that one that's tough. I feel like I have to base off your series with KC then, just for 2 weeks in a row at that point. No, it's kind of crazy. Yeah, I think KC Cauldron are literally on the cusp of doing it, but I think you guys are still there at this point, still going to Game 5 over here. I still feel like it's worthy. So
Okay.
I guess take the lauds, the compliments, whatever you want to call it's going your way right now. You guys are still top dogs for me.
I hate that Luis doesn't have a cam. I understand it, but I just want to see his facial reactions right now. Like that's what I'm missing right now, because I know he's either shaking his head or something.
Nah,
right now.
I think Debit's list is based. I think that's like actually based list. I only have one change with the list, I think. So spoiler alert, but let's start at the top. Yeah, Timbers Army is still the best team in the league, so they're number 1. I don't care that they lost. Like that's just how it is. They're number 1. They're the best team in the league.
Dang. All right.
They're just throwing for content. All right, Chad. I mean, these guys, I get it. All right, like
We're the G2 of the league. We just throw for content. So.
like they're just the best team in the league. KC. I'll be honest. I don't think Smitty plays that good every week. So Smitty had his hot week, and Thorn Gold was playing out of his mind, and yeah, they got a result. So the best teams in every league in the world lose. You know what I mean? They don't go undefeated. So yeah, TA number 1. We can go ahead and go on over to the bottom. Bottom 3, I have the same as Rydog. I just think in terms of the Rebellion Eternal debate, I just think that the Rebellion have a little bit more right now. I'm still carrying over some of that from their win against TA. So I'm gonna go same bottom 3 as Rydog. And then I said there was only one change in my power rankings. I think I'm actually gonna. Oh, I've already done more than one. I think. I don't know. ECRC is weird because like I think if ECRC plays KC right now, I think they win. Although KC did beat them week 1. It's all about matchups, you know what I mean? And so it's kind of tough to, even if I rank a team below or above, from 2 to 4, it's all about kind of matchups in my opinion. Because I think ECRC beats KC. And I also just think EM beats KC like we did the other week with everybody playing, and so oh, and then one thing I should add as well before I reveal the next teams here. I don't know, I just feel like which EM are you gonna get? Like no offense, like me and Caesar in this league have been terrible this year, but the lineup of Wicca, Kiwi, and Huey is like cooking. So if that lineup plays, I feel like the EM is gonna be higher on my list. But I have EM. I have EM at. I'll say 3. I'll say 3. ECRC at 4, and then KC at 2. TA at 1. So yeah, I mean I think.
So you have Debit's top 4 and my bottom 3.
basically. So yeah, there's the
Okay.
one change. And yeah, I just think TA. I know that they have 2 losses or whatever, but I don't really care. They're just the best team in the league. And then, admittedly, I have KC at 2, just out of the fact that they got that result. I do think ECRC and EM both beat them if they play a series. So, yeah. Maz, I can go ahead and repeat it for you, Maz, just so we can get my list on the stream. I have EC Eternal at 7, the Rebellion at 6, the Locals at 5, ECRC at 4, EM at 3,
There we go.
and then KC. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Nice.
Thank you, Maz. Maz, we knew Maz was doing work behind the scenes. We knew it.
Hell yeah,
We knew
yeah.
it.
But
But
yeah, I mean, I don't know, Rydog. Like, cope and tell me why your team is like not the best in the league. I need like, what's going on, bro? Like, you're just results aside. I mean, y'all
Well, I
still
think
the
it's.
best, man.
I mean, but that's see, and this is where, and maybe this is like the greater debate that happens with power ranking lists of like, I think power rankings you have to be more recency bias. Like, I think that's the point of power rankings, and so I think given what, obviously I'm biased because I'm in the comms and I'm on the team, but I felt like, and that's why I was saying like 60% was on us in that KC series. I think that we just didn't play well, and obviously if you're saying that that's the best Smitty's ever looked, then we just saw a peaking KC, and we just didn't play our game, and so that's why I have us at 3. You could say that because TA beat EM earlier, that you could flip those two and do TA 2, EM 3. I would have also been okay with my list saying that because I think those two teams are really close as well. I don't know. I just think, and like I said, maybe this is just the bias that I don't think we played that well, and I think we can play way better. And I know it needs to be fixed. I'm not gonna give you guys the secret sauce, but a lot of it's some of it's me, some of it's obviously my other teammates too, of just kind of how we gel and stuff too. But yeah, that's why I have us at 3, because I'm not convinced yet. And when you guys see a peaking TA, then I'll put us at 1, at least 2, if not 1. But we're not there yet. So.
All right. Yeah. Fair.
Interesting. The insider view of, hey, yeah, my team's actually not that good enough right now. Let's chill out on the Glaze for right now. I mean,
I just know that like I can play so much better. Obviously you guys know that Loyboy can ball, and truthfully I think he's played better in other series, and then Nelly I think had an off series as well, and just being in the comms too, like Nelly was getting mad at himself, like, what am I doing? Why am I not doing this? And stuff like that. And so it's those little things, like in those situations, that I know like we can play better. Especially like just being biased towards Nelly too, because we've been playing together since sophomore year of college, so a long time. So yeah, I mean, like I said, it's just that little bias right there, I think puts us down at 2 or 3, and I just picked 3. So we'll bounce back. I don't I believe in our team obviously, but for now with the recency bias, I'll just stick with my guns at 3.
Oh, that makes sense. Luis, I'm kind of impressed to see that you took the mishmash of our power rankings over here. So congrats on making, I guess, the ideal power rankings. Is that what we want to call this?
Maybe
Do we
yeah.
want to
Combination of both of you guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll just say one last thing on my team, because like, dude, bro, me and Caesar have been fucking terrible this season. Like, when we play on the team, it feels like we just like drag down the team, man. Like that. I know Matt said that the offense is kind of lacking with those other 3 guys, but like Huey's been awesome. Kiwi has been awesome. Wicca had a couple bad series to start the season, but he's getting better. I think he's finding his foot in the league. His footing in the league. So.
So what needs to change?
Yeah, I don't know.
For EM. Biased opinion.
kick both of them?
I don't know. Both their 1600 players need to stop playing like champ 2s. I mean, that'll be good for a start. I mean, no, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I think if we had more playing time together, then maybe that would help. But yeah, because I think even last season, I know that EM like kind of swept the playoffs or whatever, but like I think the quality of the league's better this season, so you don't really have that luxury, right? Like TA is obviously the most improved team. ECRC got better, KC got better. So yeah, I don't know. Just we gotta stop playing like bots, man. Gotta leave Galveston. We gotta head home and actually hit the gym. So.
Stop drinking that water, man. We gotta.
Oh god, the water is dirty.
We gotta start going places, man.
But
Speaking of going places, we gotta go to the championship. We gotta.
hell yeah.
We gotta start ranking the other side of this league over here. We gotta bring us back down to my level. And this is one of my favorite rankings to do because I think it literally can vary so much week to week. It might be a little more easier to do this time around. I think whatever comes to starting off, let's just go right to your Rydog. Then we'll flip it back to Luis, then to me.
Okay, perfect. Unfortunately, I have to do this, but I do have Axe and Rose at the bottom. Yeah, I think, like I said, I'm biased. They've made tremendous strides in their gameplay throughout the season. They're just not there yet. And it's funny because I actually said this, gosh, they got swept by somebody. It was week 2 or week 3. And I said to them in voice chat, I was like, guys, it's going to be a process. Like, you guys are still gelling as a team and everything. And then that next week, they got 1 win. And so after that series, I said, guys, you did it once for 5 minutes in a match. Now you've proved to yourselves that you guys can do it. And now the next step is you get to do it multiple times in a season or in a series. The next week they played Los Verdes. They got 2 game wins, right? And so the baby steps there. Unfortunately, they ran into a fantastic Steel Army team and didn't get any points on the board. But I think they're on the right track. So, unfortunately, I do have to put them at the bottom though. From the table, I'm gonna flip LV and EM Big Dogs. I don't know if that's a hot take, but I'm taking LV 5, EM Big Dogs 4. I might get a lot of hate for this because I like Los Verdes. There's not really a team that I hate in this league. But the glazing that LV gets, because on paper, they are very, very good. If you look at their top 3 individual performers, and we say, oh yeah, LV should be a top team, they should be a top team. And then those players don't play. Like, I can't put them any higher. So if their top team plays every single week, yeah, they have the potential to be a top 3, no doubt. But because they don't play that top 3 lineup every time, for whatever reason, it doesn't matter what the reason is, I have to put them at 5. So, like I said, I love LV. They've got a good squad and they've got good players. They just, if you don't play your A team every week, I gotta power rank you a little bit low. So I'm sorry there. EM Big Dogs at 4. Truthfully, I haven't seen too much of them. I know they've got some of the most fun players in the league with like Overtime Sane and oh gosh, who am I missing? I'm thinking of somebody. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but that's just a fun team. And so obviously they're kind of right in the middle there, 2 and 3. So I think that's a good. I don't have much to say on them. I think that's a good spot for them. And then the top 3, I'm keeping as is at the table. So ECD 3, B&G Old Timers 2, and Steel Army 1. And then I don't know, like I said, Debit, I don't know if that's a hot take. I don't know. Like I said, I love the Defiance team. I know that sounds weird coming from a Timber to a Seattle team, but I love the EC Defiance guys, each and every single one of them. I've met all of them in real life. They're lovely people. And the amount of growth that they've had, and like I've talked about earlier, like over the course of, the SGL seasons that we've been a part of, has been awesome. And so I'm so happy that they are doing this well now, sitting in a top 3 at 15 points, like halfway through the season. I think that's awesome. And so I'm super excited for them. Steel Army B&G, it's a 1A, 1B situation. And maybe I'm biased because I have the accounting bias with debit, but I don't know. Something, my gut's telling me that Steel Army's still the best. I think Christian, as of right now, in my head, is the MVP of championship, and maybe even across the entire league. To be honest, he's been balling. And so I think if they can keep that up, which I'm sure they will, then I'll be more inclined to put them at the number 1 spot. But for now, I'm sticking with maybe my accounting bias and putting Steel Army first and then BNG second. So
let's go.
Wait, you don't want your team to be number 1? David?
What? I mean, as long as they're number 1 in the standings, I think I'm chilling. So.
Oh my god, dude, what is it with people in this chat, in this call, that don't want their team to be number 1, bro? I'm sick, bro. I'm sick.
All right. If you disagree, or if you agree.
Listen, I'll start with mine. Rydog, I think, has a really good list. And yeah, David, just so you're happy, yeah, you guys are not number 1, all right? It's the BNG old timers, all right? Those guys are balling. They're getting better. They arguably could have beat you guys in week 1. Probably should have beat you guys in week 1. Yeah, you guys are terrible. You are number 2. All right. Steel Army is number 2. Just behind them. The gap is there, but I don't. You know, all jokes aside, I don't think it's that big of a gap. But yeah, I just think it comes down to just them getting better, and I don't want to say you guys have plateaued in terms of your gameplay, because like y'all are Steel Army, bro. Like y'all play the exact same every single week, in every single season. It feels like I've watched y'all. Y'all have such a, I don't want to use high and low floor, but like y'all's floor is just really sturdy. You know, it's just, it's there, it's reliable. So
that's a great way to put it.
Yeah, like they're always just playing the same gameplay, man. I mean, it's just Steel Army, Rocket League. So I have y'all at number 2. At number 3, I have ECD. I think ECD constantly getting better. Those guys, arguably, I mean, I think I power ranked them a little bit lower last week, but they're coming off a sweep. I mean, these guys are balling, and so my apologies last week for ranking ECD a little bit low. But I think you guys are easily deserving of that number 3 spot. And then here's kind of the toss up. I mean, I'm playing ranked right now with Ponzi and Cam. You know, I asked Ponzi, hey man, like where would you rank your team? And he said number 5. And his reasoning was, let me read it. I'm literally stopping in the middle of a rank game. It's because of week 1. Oh wait, wrong one. He says that we need to get the vibes back, and then I think we can move up in the standings. So Ponzi said vibes are down, so I'm putting B and G at 5, and I'm putting LV at 4. LV did win that matchup a couple weeks ago as well, and so it's not the hottest take to put these two here. Obviously, me and I'll just have them flipped, but apparently insider leaks coming out of the EM Big Dogs camp here, pod exclusive. Vibes are bad, so so I'm putting them at number 5. And then yeah, I mean, it just has to be, Axe and Rose at 6. Like I hate it. Like I think they're gonna be at number 6 on all of our boards, but it's just not indicative of the trajectory of their gameplay. Like they are legitimately playing better. Like no, like PR aside, I think they're actually playing better. But I just need a result out of them. You know what I mean? So, so yeah, that's my list. I think it's EM Big Dogs. I think it's Black and Gold Old Timers League to lose at this point, which is honestly something I would have never said coming into the season. So, if you're watching Christian the Plumber, yeah, man, pressure's on your team now to keep it up, and so far, yeah, you guys are performing.
Luis,
I like it.
That's an incredible list. Like, I know Rydog.
He's copying a chat. He's gonna copy a chat. I mean, no originality here.
There is no change. I am putting it up to your camera right now.
Wow.
There was no edits whatsoever.
Keep it up there. Yep. BNG, SA, ECD, LV, EM, Big Dogs, Axe and Rose. Okay, yeah.
Even Maz has the same power ranking, bro. What is this?
Audited.
Oh, this is maybe the worst episode ever then.
Yeah, boring episode for the championship. Our apologies.
I know, but here's the thing. Like Rydog said like earlier that ECD at 3 might be a hot take, but legit, that is just not a
Nah,
hot take.
those guys are really good. Yeah.
No, ECD's no. I don't think it's a hot take. I think ECD's. I think that's properly right. But also, guys, if you think about it too, we're leveling off, right? So theoretically speaking, the power ranking should be getting easier week to week as
Mhm.
we, like start to see like the quote unquote parity between each league itself. Obviously the first few weeks we just have no sample size, right? So as the weeks go on, we have more sample size to see, and yeah, I think yeah, both. I mean, it's a good list. I mean, obviously I disagree slightly, but I think it's all right there. Like I think it makes sense.
I think the power rankings for the championship, and this is no shade towards the championship. I think it's just a little bit easier, to be honest. I think teams are not as interchangeable as I think the Premier is.
That makes sense.
At this point, I mean, it's subject to change, right? I mean, it could absolutely change later on, but I think right now, a little bit easier, yeah.
Yeah, I think after that week where EM Big Dogs beat us, and then Black and Gold Old Timers reverse swept ECD, that's when it feels like the floodgates just like opened at that point. We really could throw anybody at that point. But yeah, now it's almost like we return to like an equilibrium of sorts.
Yeah, and it's the same thing in the Prem 2 in a way, because we do have it's just a little bit bigger of like we have the top 3 teams. We know who the top 3 teams are. And those are interchangeable in itself, and then we have the bottom 3 teams. Those are fairly interchangeable as itself, right? And so our brains generally are where it's at. It's obviously the little things that we see individually that are like, oh, I think this team's a little bit better,
Yeah.
whatever, and that's where we get those variances. But I mean, we're all right there. Do you like that accounting terminology, Devitt? Little variance action.
Yes, I'm glad I paid attention enough to it because I was so flabbergasted by Stephen P. Smith up on screen that I was like, wait, that's not my camera. What the heck? I'm wearing a Pirate jersey right now.
Hell yeah, Stephen P. Smith. Wait, who coined that phrase? Like, who did that?
I legit don't remember. I hope it wasn't me.
You're giving yourself nicknames or what, bro?
Yeah, that's a bad thing. I shouldn't give myself a nickname, but it's just too easy because spell first name the same as the goat.
True.
It was Maz. Okay, thank goodness. It wasn't
That
me.
was good.
Yeah.
Lovely, lovely. Well, harder and harder these days to find Stephen P. Smith, but maybe you'll find him in the Discord one of these days. Definitely as a sticker, not anything else.
Yeah, it's a pretty good sticker, I think.
But yeah, that was power rankings for going through week 5. Yeah, things are starting to level off a bit, but week to week, we gotta still keep track of things, see whether things gotta shake up or not. Got a slight shake up with the whole Timbers Arby situation. That definitely was one to look at. Glad we got your perspective on that too, because I want to call it the humility aspect. I say humility because it's definitely not shame. I'm not throwing that all at you just for 1 week. But yeah, definitely a good angle to have, especially since we were pretty much in agreement, Luis and I, and that's apparently easier to come by these days, which I didn't think I'd have happen.
Yeah.
The hot takes are drying up, man. It's like Salt Lake City, man. It's just drying up, but yeah, hopefully we can bring some more hot takes in the coming weeks. For that to happen, we need a lot of upsets, guys. So if you're listening, like, make upsets happen, and maybe the power rankings will be a little bit different. All right, so if you're an underdog, I need you to start performing. Okay.
True. We're gonna need the most out of this one, and just like the worst segue you can think of possible, we gotta get the best out of the teams within the cup brackets. That's right, it's cup tournament time. First week of matchups are slated. I know we showed the brackets the last time around, the matchups going into it. We got a couple teams on bye. We've got El Matador with a first round bye. We've got Steel Army with bye, Los Verdes with bye, and the championship side. But showing up on your screen It is Cup Tournament time, and we wanted to preview this a little bit, not just because we've seen this before, but also just to kind of show you like the format of what we're doing. I know we've said, Gamers 8 here before, but let's take it through it. What was Gamers 8 format? And it's kind of a little bit of a back and forth that we got going on over here. There is still 3v3 within, the realm of the game itself. But in a best of 7, it's only for 4 games. It's only if it gets to those 4 games. Games 1, 3, 5, and 7 are 3v3s. But whenever it comes to those game 2, 4, and 6, that's loser's choice. And we've got extra modes in here. I mean, you can go boring and go 3v3 again. But we got 2v2, we got 1v1, hoops, drop shot, snow day. I'm waiting for Serrano personally to lobby his teammates to pick Rumble at this
Rumble,
point.
yeah, they're 100% picking Rumble if they lose the game, bro.
I'm waiting for Steel Army to lobby for a snow day against the winner of their winner of the matchup that's getting seeded into them. Yeah, just even going through the quick little format that we got going over here. What modes do you want to see most out of some of these teams if you had to grade them? I know we've talked about a little bit about this before, but if there's a specific team you had in mind.
I mean, listen, the thing is, I hate Snow Day, so that's been known. So I think teams are gonna pick it against us. I just want to see any extra game mode. I literally don't even care. I think it's just gonna be so funny to see it on an official SGL game. So I'm down for anything. Rumble, and even Snow Day, even though I hate it because it doesn't have a ball. I think any game mode without a ball is really cringe. But yeah, I just want extra game modes, man. Or 1v1s. I think 1v1s can be cool. Especially if it's against some of the either bottom teams or top teams that have pretty really good players. I think it'd be really fun. So if EM Big Dogs plays against LV, I need to see a 1v1. So it's Arglass versus Playboy Farty, and then maybe an LV or maybe a TA versus EM. So it's me versus Loyboy or Caesar versus Loyboy or Nelly or something like that. I think that'd be fun. But yeah, those are the game modes I'm kind of looking forward to seeing.
I don't know how much time we have on this, so maybe we could briefly talk about each team and what we think their best extra mode could be. So we could just start at the top on this one, and then we can move down to championship when we're done there. So if you're ECRC, what extra mode do you think that they would be best in? Given their top three players.
They're really good team. They're a really good team, right? So I'm trying to think of an extra game mode that requires maybe drop shot. I can see them in drop shot being really good. Probably my pick.
I could see them going the 2v2 route here. I know it's kind of
I was thinking 2v2.
Yeah, because I feel like every clip Gojo.
Gojo and Howling Moon are twos players, or twos mates. I know. Like I said, I have a personal relationship with Howling Moon too. So, and he always wants to play twos. He doesn't want to play anything else. So, not to say he's bad at twos. I'm not saying he's bad at twos. He's good at twos. But yeah, I think they would be. I think they'd be picking twos as their top one, which stinks because obviously we want the fun extra modes, but I bet that's what they would pick too. Okay, EM, Luis, bias.
What's
maybe
our
let's just do extra
game mode?
Let's maybe do just extra modes. Maybe out of the extra modes, which ones would be your?
Okay, because I think me and Caesar would be the best twos duo in the league, bias or full bias. But if we had to go extra game modes, oh man, I'll be honest. Me and Caesar on hoops is probably our best case to win. But again, I want to play drop shot, so I'm picking drop shot. 'Cause I want to play. I want to play it. So, so best probably hoops, but for fun value, drop shot.
Okay, I was gonna say hoops for you guys too. Yeah, I know that's the boring answer, but yeah, I think hoops. The 2v2 would be crazy.
What do you think? What do you think, Devitt, for us?
You guys, I don't know. You seem like such Rumble players. Nah, you're definitely a drop shot fan. You want something that can recharge boost and go up for.
There you go.
Recharge boost, fly up in the air, pinches that go down toward a net that's on the ground. Absolutely.
Okay. Okay. TA. I'm gonna say,
Probably 1v1.
well, extra modes.
Oh yeah, shit, extra modes. For TA, yeah, probably.
I have an answer if you need to think about it.
Okay, wait, yeah, I should probably ask the person who's on that team what's his team's answer. That would probably influence my answer. So yeah, what is y'all's best extra game mode?
Okay, Maz says it has to be Snow Day. It's not actually.
I was going to guess hoops.
Okay, so hoops. It's funny. It's actually drop shot. I think our best one would be drop
Hell
shot.
yeah. Let's go.
Or hoops. I'm thinking drop shot. Nelly and I play drop shot. I don't want to say all the time, but it's kind of when we're like maybe have a few drinks or a few more than a little bit of drinks, and we get one of other guys, and that's what we play. Is we play drunk drop shot. So I like drop shot there. But you know what's funny, Maz, is I would want to play Snow Day, which I know, Luis, you said you hate, but I would just want to play Snow Day at a competitive level against other teams. So yeah, that's my thoughts. Those are my thoughts. Definitely not Rumble. So
The Rumble hate continues. That's scary. Oh my gosh. I guess it's deserved hate.
what do you think, Devitt? I guess, or Luis.
Dude, I'll be honest. I think, yeah, I think you guys in drop shot would be sick. I mean, that'll be really good. I'm gonna go drop shot.
Okay.
You are clearing out the field in that mode. Holy
And that's a
moly.
potentially, by the way, that's a potential round 2 matchup. You know, EM versus TA. So
Could be. Could be. Yep.
yeah.
Throw it. Let's throw it to the championship real quick. We saw Premier up on the screen. Here we got the bracket for the championship. See EM Big Dogs playing EC Defiance. Winner plays Steel Army. Axon Rose SC taking on the Old Timers. Winner of that will face Los Verdes. I know we don't have everybody in this call, and I think Luis might know the answer. What extra mode?
Yeah, wait, can I say one more thing about the premiere?
Yeah, go for it.
So my UR teammate randomly was playing in a ones tournament against none other than Mecky Ducky. So Mecky Ducky ones player.
Oh.
Listen, I'm leaking spoilers. So apparently Mecky Ducky likes his ones. So, and honestly, for a guy that plays in the Batmobile or whatever the hell, like that makes sense, right? Like, definitely see him being a ones player. So yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there real quick.
Yeah, we got some strategy dropping here for Premier before we throw it back over to the championship side.
I want to see EM Big Dogs steal arm. Oh wait, no, I think ECD's gonna win that series. I was gonna say,
I like the matchup either way.
That's a good matchup.
Yeah.
How
What
are
game
the
mode do you
seeds
think
determined?
they were random. It was a draw.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think the only reason that LV gets a first round bye is because their team is like
They were
not
present last year.
changed or whatever. Yeah, like it's like a not changed team or whatever. And I think they finished above ECD last season, didn't they? Or no?
They did.
Yeah.
Not at
Which is
the
honestly-
consolation, but they did in the regular season.
And in the regular season, yeah. So.
Yeah,
I'm
Matt
lucky for
says EM
ECD. To be honest, sorry,
Wait, why is that unlucky for them?
because they're the better team now. Like in this season, you know, they got better this season. Yeah.
Hey, but they just gotta prove it, man. Hey, just gotta play who's in front of you, you know.
Yeah.
But EM Big Dogs versus LV in the lower bracket could happen. So Maz is saying that ECD wins that series, and then I think we would all say that B and G would win their series, and then BNG would go to the upper final. And yeah, interesting. Okay.
Man, Christian the Plumber, if that team picks 1v1, good luck. Like, I don't know how good his 1v1 game is, but if he's half as good as he is in threes, that'll be a scary time, I think.
Well,
Yeah,
and
I
two,
really wonder
like,
what they do.
well, because ones too, at least to me, and I might be wrong on this. You can correct me if I'm wrong. It's such a different game mode than twos and
True.
threes. And this might be a dumb statement, but like your gameplay from threes and twos does not transfer over to ones, and vice versa, in a general sense. And so it's interesting where you have this Christian the Plumber who's going absolutely bonkers in 3v3. Does that transfer over to 1v1? I don't know. And Luis,
Yeah,
I agree. I think it'd be interesting to see. It should, theoretically.
Is he running
but...
the ones? Like, yeah, I want to know if he's running ones. I want to see if he's a ones player. But Devitt, you'd be your team's your 1v1 guy, right? Like, so if it was, let's say, like Big Dog or Black and Gold pick 1v1, you're running the ones, right? Or is it somebody else?
Oh, I'm running those ones. Kidding me? I'm kicking off, bro.
Because I was gonna say a big thing in 1v1 too is kickoffs, and Devitt has like a dumb kickoff. Like it's cheating.
Hey, I learned from the best. Chris said, shout out.
Well, yeah, so those starts this week. So, SGL fam in the chat, stay tuned. It'll be such a fun tournament. I love that we did the Gamers 8. It's just something different. I don't know, that's my non-admin opinion, but it's gonna be a lot of fun. So
That's something we wanted to do for a while, just something not 3v3 the entire time. Because yeah, it's fun to do, but like even then, like even trying to plan like or even like just be around at the same time to do something like lobbies where you have like 3v3s going on for like extra game modes, it just doesn't happen that often as you think. So something organized like this, I think it's gonna be a real fun testing ground to see how we do here.
absolutely. And before we go head to our last thing, from each of you, who's gonna win the cup for each division? Devitt, we'll start with you. Who's winning Prem Cup? Who's winning Championship Cup?
All right, so I'm gonna start with the maybe these are two hot takes over here because names I'm throwing out for the championship. Yeah, I'm picking us. I'm picking Steelworm.
Nice, confidence.
For the premiere. I'm sorry guys, I'm picking KC.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
I think that's the maybe not like sleeper pick, but like I feel like that's like the all around like solid pick. There's not like a bad spot per se.
Okay, Luis.
For the championship, I am gonna go with drum roll. Yeah, it's just B and G old timers. Like they're the best team. I don't really care. Extra game will decide they're gonna win. They're them. All right. So I'm going with them. Super hot take. For the premiere, I'm gonna go. Here's the hot take. I'm going ECRC. They're winning the cup. All right.
Whoa.
They have They have players that play unorthodox Rocket League, and I feel like that tends to lead to good results in extra game mode. So,
I like that.
I think Toe Death and Smashly and all those guys, I think they're gonna cook. I think, yeah, I'm gonna go on ECRC, man. I think, yeah, I think they're gonna cook with some of these picks. So,
Do you think they do it in the upper bracket or the lower bracket?
well, they play you guys first, which is kind of unfortunate. So you know what? They're doing the lower bracket run of death. All right, they're gonna do it. All right.
Okay, so Cloud9-esque.
Yes.
Cloud9-esque.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Holy moly.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, ECRC, bro. So for me.
Alright.
I'm going BNG. Sorry, Devitt. And I was gonna go EM for Prem. So Luis, don't let me down, brother.
I'll try not to.
I like the ECRC pick though. That's a great pick. But I'll be different and say EM too. So, Cool. I know I kind of took this over, but we've got some clips. We have some
Yes, we do.
clips. We have some clips.
Do. I had a lot of clips, or at least a decent amount of clips from this past week. I know it wasn't
I hope there's
week
not a lot from our
4-esque.
series. Just more pain. More pain for me, but
It's okay. I'm actually hoping to see a couple from my series because there's one that I really want to see, and I hope that he put the one I'm thinking in there. Certain kickoff that happened. Yeah, no. Don't feel bad about taking over podcasts at any point. You got that natural segue voice going into next segments going over here, so
I guess, yeah. I just want to see these clips because I know Maz clips a lot behind the scenes, but I never know what he actually clips.
he does. So like
So,
he said it's a surprise. It
oh,
quite
it's a
literally is a
surprise for
surprise.
everyone. Oh, okay,
You got a whole
okay.
list of them going for. I don't know how long this takes to set up. So that may be our thing going right now. Yeah, I even wonder if I'm trying to think of like the clippable moments. Like you probably wouldn't think too much on maybe like the Axe and Rose Steel Army series, but honestly, a couple ones I can see from there. Definitely a couple from that Casey Timbers Army series. I don't remember the EM series too well. Would you say there was some couple moments there? Oh, I guess we're ready to
Oh, we
go.
do, and we
Oh,
have an
we're
EM clip.
rolling. See, this is the bit. Unironically, this is the best EM lineup right here. I don't care for this season. These guys are cooking, bro.
Wicca with a
Game 3 OT.
Oh, Kiwi with a
What we
great
got?
boost steal.
Oh,
Oh, shot
me?
in across the map. Oh,
Oh,
my
shit,
god.
that's a save.
Save!
It's fitting. It's so fitting.
Gold old timers. We have Pablo join the mix.
That was a good
Oh, yeah.
save.
Was in
All right,
chat
next
earlier.
one.
Oh no!
Oh.
Oh no! Maz.
Who carried this in?
I was gonna say Playboy Farty, but he doesn't play on this team, so.
I know he tried to.
It's
dribble
bad
the
that
ball
I thought of him
and carry
too
it
because he
over,
did
but
that
Oh,
that's
Sugar.
against
just
us.
terribly unfortunate, unlucky, you know. But harsh lesson learned, you know. Sometimes
Also, Maz on the
gotta
commentary,
get it
the
up.
goat.
You have team-
What a 50
Yes.
there by Saikugo.
Huge 50 after some beautiful play by
He had a
Devin.
lot of
Great
commentary
dribbling off
moments.
the
He
midfield.
kept going
Now
against his
football
mic. It was
setting up
incredible.
For a shot, Saikugo. Oh my goodness, how did that not go
Wait,
in?
what
That
just
ball was
happened?
going towards the back of the net. Worked up for that post.
Is he gonna double this in? No way. Oh.
That Palace is terrible. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
He gets a loose touch. Devin Bills was Verdes out though, but not for long.
Gosh.
Christian the Plumber going for a quick
Can I
fire
say
shot.
something?
Palace.
Maz is a
Couldn't
really
get
good
out to the left wing.
commentator.
Never
Like,
He's really good. He's
I'll
the
be
Jorby of
honest.
this. He's the Jorby, man. He's got the emotion.
See, that's the thing with me. Like, I'm just such an emotional, like, I don't know, Ice Cube. I just like can't.
But they've been having trouble with that so
But
far.
Maz is awesome, man.
Oh
my
my
God,
goodness.
we're missing. We're missing.
Maz, I love these
Somebody
clips, brother.
hit
the ball.
Somebody hit the ball.
I have something for that, Devin.
But going back to your
Oh,
point,
sorry.
Louise,
No
I
way.
think the best commentary duos, you have one that has emotion and like that kind of thing, and you have like the one gameplay. So like if you and I are commentating, you're definitely the more gameplay esque. You can talk about it a lot more versus like I might be the more the emotion. Just like
Yeah,
Maz, I think is the
yeah.
emotion side.
Another opportunity. Oh my
Oh my-
gosh!
Oh my
flicked
God.
off the line by an own teammate.
Yeah, sorry.
How did I not see this series?
Yeah, me neither, because that was crazy. I think his teammate saved the ball. I want to say, is what it looked like, kinda. But no, one last thing on the commentary thing. No, yeah, 100%. That's why I like duos like Shogun and Johnny Boy. Yeah, they had that dynamic. You know what I mean? Where yeah.
Yep.
I apologize for blowing all y'all ears up earlier, chat.
Saikuga with the little
Time.
demo.
It is
Oh, 2 whiffs and a demo. Oof.
Like Kugo looking like Shopify Rebellion Reddles right there.
Real. Welcome, Riddles.
Just announced today. Yeah, and I'm even just looking back. Like I'm trying to look at. I mean, one thing that you don't exactly see on like this series had it all. It really did.
I guess it did, yeah.
That's one from Devin that you need. One that you take 2 players out. What an
Oh, that's a good bump.
excellent play.
Oh, we're bumping,
Trying
yeah.
to bump out Christian the Plumber. It works out. LV get on the board. What a critical goal.
And that's exactly what they needed right there. Look at Elite Stroker recognizing that he was the furthest man up.
Elite was chasing, bro.
Devin going for that quick fire shot.
Good to see Elite Stroker back on the
way.
field. Apparently there was some
5-9,
internal
nothing can
drama.
stop them right now.
Spoilers
now,
leaking,
Oh.
but
Legit turn of the tides.
they resolved
This
it,
is
man.
anybody's
Leaking.
now. That's
There's some
excellent.
drama on a
Just like
couple
Hugo.
teams this
Is there
season in the
another?
championship.
No.
That's kind of
Palace
interesting
doesn't get bumped
from
either.
internal
These
sources.
rotations from
So.
Black and Gold have been devastating here. And
Ooh,
oh my
what a
gosh,
save.
look at
That's
the
a
clear
what
off
a
the
save
line.
came out of nowhere.
Maybe another.
Please
tell me that.
Do it again? Oh, nice.
Crossbar.
Big save by Stroker.
Wait, is
who
this-
has turned up for this game
Don't
3
tell me.
with a huge performance.
Oh,
Now
off the
Stroker
crossbar.
tries to kickstart a
Thought Sakuga was
Dang.
AFK there.
This series was good too. Oh, 7-3. Okay.
Maybe one more.
Oh my
Wait, they
Oh,
just added
what?
points in the scoreboard.
Oh, there
what
we
just
go.
happened?
Oh my
Wait,
God.
points just got added.
Goal line physics did not look good on Dude, look at the ball on the
7
goal line. Look at this
Dude,
again.
how is? Hold on.
League in a nutshell, folks. The ball
That's a
crossed the line
save, dude.
earlier. I
Oh, and then
swear
that
it
go-
did.
the-
I
wow,
don't know
that's
why the team didn't
incredible.
count it that, but
That's actually
eventually it made the
incredible.
goal count, so we don't need to argue
7-4
about
though.
that.
Where's the defense at?
Oh my God. Not in this
I mean,
game.
please tell
That
me
is
There's
it's
more
not like
typing
they're
than
on that
defense in
besides
this game. I mean,
us
look
two.
at the top left. I mean, the typing is incredible.
Like
They're just all over the place.
We got a little prime action locals rebellion.
That one. Once the assist
Oh.
instead. Oh, what a great
that's a good
save on
save.
the line by Over Mickey
here.
Ducky over there.
Oh,
Go
wait,
misses.
it's a
fake. Another excellent opportunity here for the rebellion. They're settling in.
Who's
nice.
that on
White
the call there?
I
Cristianos.
like that recycling the play from
Who's
Polar,
on the
kick
call?
it over to a teammate.
It's me
Oh,
and Toad.
Play very
Toad
much
death.
alive, very dangerous.
Yeah, we're gonna need these.
Wait, are y'all
sustained
fans
attacks
of
if we
White
wanna, like,
Cristianos?
down
I'm
the
really a
boost,
fan of the
especially
White
with Becky
Cristianos.
Duck,
I'm gonna
you're
be honest.
Want him to be on the low, especially if you're gonna wanna.
They're okay.
no.
I think there's worse choices.
Me either.
That's fair.
Uh-oh, this is gonna be pain probably.
Pick off
Oh, this is during. Oh,
Thorn left alone. Oh, a scary position, almost
Wait,
an own
is
goal.
Thorn
Loboy
own
looking to
goalie?
punish this, but Thorn able to fix his mistake.
No, it's like things like that where, and I was saying it
Great
earlier,
recovery
like
there.
in my head that ball's in, and it's just not.
I've been there though. A little awkward position.
So
Be scary, scary.
there were plenty of
Pressure
moments
comes
like
on.
that.
Solano able to just get a
I think
little
with this
touch.
KC team,
Thorn.
Thorn Cold
Nelly looking to
knows how to
punish
do that so
Zach,
well,
great
just to
read
like
by him.
lure you into a situation where you think you're comfortable, and then it's like, never mind, we're fine.
Oh,
Loboy
the
off
the
the
comms
back
on this goal were so
completely
funny.
wrecked.
Loyboy was screaming, "I used him
Looks
as a
like he was going
bump"
for a
or
bump
something
there,
like
and
that.
it
Like
just got bumped back into the
he,
ball.
he bumped
Yeah.
it. Yeah, Serrano like bumped him back into this double tap. It was
You'll take
funny.
those 10 times out of 10.
I think it's
That
the 4-F1
question mark.
fifty.
I still can't get over it.
I think that's the
that
meta.
is Smitty, Chad. If you are wondering, it's.
We are not
I don't know what the.
7 names.
I don't know why there's a question mark
could be.
on his
Set
IRL
doxing
name,
there out of
doxing, but
September's on
yeah, I don't
base.
know.
A lot of
Yeah.
dangerous players
It's
in
always
the air.
funny when I see it.
To get that ball away from them early is going to be very important.
Are we a pass?
Yeah, you don't want to give anybody a chance.
You go back.
Especially this man, Loyboy, going up for the aerial.
Oh,
gets
he's built
across the
for
middle.
tough.
Nelly's
Like,
gonna
how does
go
that get
Oh,
saved?
crossbar, no.
That's
Oh
and
my
that's exactly what I'm
goodness.
saying. The KC defense was insane.
They need this too. 7 seconds.
Like that's
6
just like, at
seconds.
least for me, I don't know if,
Marvin
I
needs
can't remember
to
if that
make
was
it all
if
the
I
way
was the
up
one
the
that
field
shot
with
it,
2
but that's just
seconds
mentally
left.
like degrading to
Oh, he
me.
has a chance.
Oh, I didn't
then that
see
one-
this.
Let that
I didn't see
Yeah,
that
he
last
was
pass
mad.
there.
Game
Damn, that's
Yeah.
for a
Series.
player like Lloyd, that's
1-1,
100%
We've got
scoreable.
we've got a good
Yeah.
one here.
I think he blamed the car on that one, and obviously he
I mean,
switched
when
after
we're
this game.
casting,
So
You know it's going
He's
to
not
game
built
5.
for tough or what?
Match.
no,
that,
See where
no.
it takes us. See what we can see.
that car is terrible. I must say so myself. That
Series
car is
1-1
Yeah,
between
abysmal.
KC
I'm not sure why he
and
picked
Army.
it.
Game 3. We're off.
NG Mobile 1. Toronto.
Justin.
Already starting aggressive.
Oh.
Justin
Like,
with
how
his,
does that get saved?
So far to say a bit of a lucky
He,
Like,
save.
how does
fell
that
off the
get
post
saved?
and just flipped?
Rather be
Oh,
lucky
man.
than good any day of the week. Serrano looks like he.
Like I said, that's
seemed
one of those
hard.
where it was just like a
But,
that's for sure in the
yeah,
goal,
that
and then
3-1
it's not,
game here.
and it's morally degrading.
His army is
You
KC's
just need to take one at a time. But
Same
oh
with
my
that.
God.
Like that's
Nelly
insane.
with a beautiful double tap. It's actually
Rydog is just in pain
save.
right
This is
now.
constant
We're
pain,
putting him
dude.
through pain right now.
Thorn right now, being the brick wall in the net.
Ceiling shot double?
Why we can take
Oh, and then it gets saved off the line by Serrano. Like that's just
Oh,
like
man.
the ability to not panic there
90%
is
aided
incredible.
Serrano
Like
takes
I would
off
be
the back
panicking,
line.
I'd be throwing my car at the ball, thinking like, oh my god, it's gonna go in.
Insane.
And
A
just
unit out
the
there.
composure from Serrano's crazy.
Serrano puts a shot onto net. Lloyd
I
will
hit
take
game
care
5
of it.
here.
And it's demos galore. Ball
Good
goes up to the plate,
intercept.
dangerous.
Zach's there.
3 seconds
Pass?
remaining. Boy,
Pass.
boy.
Oh man,
what a
I mean
save.
that's just such a good
Horrible.
play
Could be a
too, right?
game-saving
Pass
save.
to have the
3
passing
seconds left
composure
and
with
the ball
7
drops,
seconds.
and we have a Casey Cauldron win here.
Boy, boy, putting one more in
Yeah.
Thorin.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Absolute.
That's one where I was
I'm
kind of
telling you-
surprised he just threw it up.
For KC
Wow.
Cauldron.
The defense for KC was
What a
insane.
way to end this series. Timber's Army had some great chances, but just incredible
6
defense
saves
by
in that
Casey
game number
Cauldron.
5.
Known for their incredible.
Apparently Serrano has that
Good little touch
bruh
from
sound
Zach.
for his post,
He's gonna go
so
mid.
he was hearing it a lot in
Zach
that
will go in
series.
it.
and
Yes,
then-
he
ooh.
will. Zach able to put it
Bloody-
away.
What a read.
I think I panicked
Cauldron
on this
now
one. I
takes the
remember the
lead.
team comms for this one.
It's a
I
tough read,
wasn't
no?
sure
Like
he had this, but
it's like a weird kind of 50-ish
bounce
challenge
up.
off the
I feel
corner.
we
It
direct that
just
back in.
bounces. Yeah, that's just tough.
Very good read.
Even
Yeah, 3-2.
even Zach had trouble. He's
Minute
just like he
45
was throwing
left.
his
Casey
bar
Cauldron's
body up there and just got it.
Yeah, watching these clips back, I'm seeing Rydog's point of view now. Like I'm kind of I might be a little bit getting persuaded here in that series that it was probably 60-40. I mean, that was so many posts. Just hitting the posts
Yeah.
and just crazy saves. I mean, yeah.
But credit to KC. Like I said, no copium here. They deserve to win that series, but we should have played better. But I digress.
Yeah, it felt like it really feels unwinnable in situations like that. Like nothing's just going your way at that point.
Exactly.
Well, I am getting apologized to for not having the pinch goal on kickoff for Steel Army and Axton Rose. Dang. No go this time. But yeah, dude. The clips came out of like basically 2 series, but they were like the most important series like to watch in that given moment. So
Before we,
Yeah.
I don't know if we're ending because I need to go soon. Can I have a shout out for Serrano rocking the Drawley Fennec? Looks really nice. I'm a fan.
Well, he played like
So-
Drawley, so that
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's rocking the Drawley Fennec. I love that that decal. So, hey, look who's in chat right now. He's literally in
Toronto, let's
chat.
go.
Hell yeah. No, yeah, that Fennec is nice. Yeah. No way he types at the end of the stream, bro. Like he's just here waiting for like the one compliment. He's here, bro.
I didn't even know he was in chat. I don't even know who's all in chat at this point. So
That's funny.
that was lightning quick. I got shot with my preset before they end up this podcast. This is why you ask about being blue team just
Blue's
for car
home.
designs.
Nah, Blue's home, dude. Whenever you're home, that's the car.
Wait,
That's
one last
blue
question
card.
for you two. Are y'all
Hmm?
do y'all prefer being blue or orange team in Rocket League? Or you don't really care?
I have a better car design on Blue, I think. So I might say Blue, but
I tend to like the orange team more just because I can get the yellow car designs out.
see, I
I
get the
like
green
the-
with the Blue team. So that's yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I think I'm team orange here. I just like the I like the beast mode neural network, the black neural network better than the like on the orange team. That one's nice, but all right,
Nice,
I'm
yeah.
derailing. Sorry, derail. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh my gosh, podcast host is going off.
Wait,
the
can we have
rails right now.
we should have a best preset or best car design of the whole season. That'd be sick. We should do that. Have people submit or something. I don't know.
Serrano could submit 10 designs and get the top 10 placings.
Probably.
Yeah.
Are you gonna hate on his designs?
I'll hate on. Listen, Serrano would hate on my designs because I rocked the basic bitch like neural network, you know, like the one that everybody uses, and then like the regular Fennec with like barely any. Like it's just basic, bro. But Serrano has like creativity, you know what I mean? And we have other
Mhm.
creative players. I think Green Mario has a cool design with the Lamborghini. I like Rydog's all black G2 Fennec. That one has aura as well, so. But yeah. Sorry, derail again. After I said I wasn't gonna derail again.
He's doing it. I love to throw out a titanium white mainframe with a yellow car and the black front. Going full black and gold mode on that one. I'm showing off Yinzer colors in that one. Yeah. All right. Well, guys, I think we're done for the night. I think we did it. We did it in just about an hour and a half, maybe a bit longer than we had originally anticipated. But no, we got it done. Even in like a short notice time, you showed up, got your cam on, ready to go, Rydog, brought your power rankings to the table, showed why we should apparently hate on Timber's Army, but just only for this week, because next week it'll be different. And we got to talk about the cup all in one while having 3 hosts here. A good episode overall. Fellas, what we thinking?
Yeah, thinking good things, not bad things of it. So
Not bad things, not bad things.
Yeah, thank you to Rydog. Literally just like he's like, hey, what's happening tonight? He's like, I'll hop in. Like, fuck it, hell yeah. So love that attitude, just being proactive. So thank you for being here, Rydog. It's always a pleasure talking with you.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it. It's a lot of fun talking SGL. Get to do it for an hour and a half on stream, even though we could talk about it for hours and hours in a normal Discord. So yeah, appreciate you guys. Appreciate Maz behind the scenes doing all the transitions and getting the clips ready and everything. Yeah, Cup this week. Everybody stay tuned for the Cup this week. It's going to be a lot of fun. So
Yeah, for sure. It's cup time. Get up, get loud, get ready. Play your cup matches, schedule them out. Week 6, not due until next week. So just keep that in back of your mind as we go. And yeah, we'll see you guys for cup matches this week.
Let's go, Page Beckers. Woo! Sorry. All right.
Peace.